Cupid didn't come through, huh? Wait, don't crash out yet. I have the perfect singles recipe just for you. So grab your apron, put on your heartbreak playlist, and let's get to baking. Alright, we're going to begin with our tart. So you're going to need 180 grams of all-purpose flour, 30 grams of powdered sugar, half teaspoon of salt, 113 grams of soft butter, 17 grams of egg yolk, 100 teaspoon vanilla extract. After you have your ingredients, preheat your oven at 350 and let's go. We're going to first put in our all-purpose flour, powdered sugar, and salt. Mix it a little bit with your hands, with a whisk, with a fork, whatever you want, to be honest, whatever you want, but just mix it. Then you're going to put in your soft butter. You're going to mix this until it's dry and it looks like sand. You can also touch it and it feels like sand as well. And keep your mixer at level 1 so it doesn't splash all over and then you have to clean. Or if you have somebody to clean, or if you got dogs, they'll be okay, I think. I'm kidding. Don't let your dogs eat none of this. Anywho, alright, let's keep going. Alright, once you reach to that sand texture with your flour, you're gonna add your egg yolk with your vanilla extract. Okay, so now you're gonna mix until it all combines. Leave it at level 1. I swear, don't put it at 2 because you don't want to overmix it. And I know we're all those people where, you know, you touch something and then you gotta go wash your fingertips. You touch something again and then you gotta go back again. Yeah, just keep it at level 1. That way you don't have to do none of that, and then you can go wash your hands and then you can come back. All right, let's go. Once you have your dough ready, we're gonna pull out our plastic wrap. You're gonna put your dough on top of the plastic wrap. Make sure that you flatten it out a little bit. You want to keep this dough flat. Shape it into a rectangle. It'll just make it easier for you when you roll it out. Once you have your dough wrapped, you're gonna put it right in the fridge. Or if you want to put it in the freezer, you can put it in the freezer if you want for 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure it doesn't get hard. But if you don't want to do that, then you can put it in the fridge for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay, onto our jam. For your raspberry jam, you're going to need 1.5 cups of frozen raspberry or fresh raspberries, 163 grams of sugar, and then you're going to need 1 lemon. If you're using frozen raspberries, make sure you put those first before you put any ingredients on it. Let me tell you a little story, guys. I had this one coworker that put sugar first and then her frozen berries. It was no bueno. She did not notice. We make a lot of jam at work, so it was just a chaos. Let's not burn anything, okay? I also had an oopsie with my jam while I was making this. It was horrible. Reve, put the picture. Alright, once you have all your ingredients in the pot, have your heat on medium or low, depending if you're doing other stuff. But just know that this will cook fast. While your jam is cooking, we're gonna grab our dough. If you want to know if it's ready, just press it, and if it's like soft and stiff in the middle, then that's ready. Sprinkle some flour on your countertop, unwrap your dough, and let's begin rolling it. So you don't want to make it too thin. The thinner you roll the dough, the faster the dough will cook, but it will also burn quickly. And you don't want that. You want a soft crust. I roll this out until I get like a 1/2 inch thick. Once you get that 1/2 inch thick, if you have a tart tin, you can use the bottom from the tin and just trace it out. But if you don't have none of that fancy stuff, you can use a pie tin, and then just same thing. To make it easier, you can trace out the bottom of your tin. Now you're gonna roll again your dough. And you're gonna make strips with these. Honestly, you can play around with this. This is literally, it's like Play-Doh. It doesn't matter if your strips are short, long, whatever. It's like Play-Doh. Play with the Play-Doh. But anywho. Make sure you get all the edges. You want to get all the bottom edges, the sides, making sure they're all pressed against the walls on the bottom. You don't want your dough to collapse. You don't want your dough to break. Make sure that there's no cracks, because once you put it in the oven, it will break, and you don't want that. I also had an oopsie with that. Okay, now that your dough is on your pan, you want to start poking holes. You can just grab a fork and just keep poking holes. This will help the dough not to puff up. You don't want your dough to puff up. You want it to stay the exact size of your pan. So just keep putting dots. Have fun with it. Do a little heart if you want. Put a little happy face. I don't care. Just put dots. That way you have a perfect crust. Once you're done having fun with your tart, you can put it right in the cooler or in your freezer. It's okay if you put it in the freezer. Leave it there. There's no timer for this. The colder your dough is, the perfect it'll come out from the oven. Clean up, everybody, everywhere, clean. Alright, let's get to moving to our cream cheese filling. I love this one. This is my favorite. It's delicious. I have people that don't like cream cheese, the cream cheese flavor. Losers. But anyway, we're going to start with a cream cheese filling. You're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese, 8 ounces of mascarpone, 2 to 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and then a 4th teaspoon of salt. Alright, we're first going to start whipping our cream cheese and our mascarpone. So mascarpone is basically cream cheese. If you don't have that, if you don't want to go fancy for this, you can put butter. I would just put 1 cup of unsalted butter. You want to get it fluffy. You want to get it airy. Put some air in it. It should look like a cloud. Fluffy, you know. Once you reach that creamy, fluffy consistency, then you want to start adding your powdered sugar. Do little by little. You can use a hand mixer or a stand mixer, whatever you want. Keep mixing. It's okay if your filling comes a little too soft. Just keep going. The softer your filling is, the easier it is to spread it on your tart. Now you want to add your heavy cream. Mix, 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 mix. And then you're going to add your vanilla and your salt and mix until it's combined. The consistency should be like Nutella. Easy to spread, fluffy, and taste it. Does it taste delicious? It's heaven. I swear it's heaven. Once you're done, just put it to the side, or you can put it in the fridge. I would just recommend putting it to the side. You don't want your filling to get hard. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm cutting little slices, thin slices. I'm going to use this as my decorations for my tart. You can put whatever you want on your tart. You can put strawberries, you can put blueberries, you can put raspberries, you can put oranges, apples, whatever you want. Just have fun with it. You can put on anything on top. Before we start a filling, Let's grab our tart. It should have already been there for 10 minutes or 30 minutes. If you got distracted for a whole hour, that's fine. Just pull it out from the freezer, make sure it's cold, slide the tart in the oven, and we're gonna bake this for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You wanna have it until you see golden brown. Okay, so now that your tart is done baking and cooling, we're gonna take it out from our pan. If you're using a pie tin, just put your hand on top of the tart and then flip it. Be very careful. You don't want to break this. You're going to pull out all of your fillings, all your decorations. So you're going to put in first your filling, your cream cheese filling, spread it. It should be easy to spread. You want a thin layer of your jam. You don't want so much of it. You want to balance all the flavors. Alright, so now you can start putting your fruits or whatever decorations you decide to. I just stuck to my recipe. Alright, put some lemon zest. I just grabbed half of my lemon. Oh, look at that beautifulness. Jesus Christ. I made 3 tarts because I kept breaking them, but at the same time, they were so good. I had to make more, and I had to share with people. But look at that, bro. That looks so delicious. I actually love the filling. The filling is the best. Now, if you're dairy free, you'll be fine. I ate this. You'll be fine. Wait, no. If you're lactose, what the freak, bro? If you're lactose intolerant, you'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine. I was trying to get creative. There was people talking to me, so I don't know. But here you go, guys. A little decoration. But do whatever you want, you know? You can put it all over your tart as well, or you can just put it on the side like I did. Now, I'm gonna shut the hell up, and you guys enjoy this. And there you go. You got your single recipe just for you, for all those single people who didn't have a Valentine. Now you know how to make a fancy simple tart with just using a few ingredients. I hope the few people that are viewing this enjoy this video. If you like this, because I know you did, duh, like and subscribe, porfis. And I will see you next time. Y un beso for the single people. Mwah. Bye. I made 3 of these. Bro. Oh. Excuse me. Not in my Christian YouTube video. We ain't saying those words here. Anywho. You know, I saw a post that said, it's okay not to have a Valentine. I didn't have a father on Father's Day. Ah ha ha ha. Keep in the video, bro. To the single ladies. No, wait, no. The single ladies. No, wait. I'm trying to do it again. I'm trying to do it again. Hold on.